I'm Benjamin Barlow, and this is the Bartell Update for October 22nd through November 5th. We have a great interview in this episode with Kirk Stantis, who is the Executive Director of the Bartell Theater Foundation. The Strollers production of The Mousetrap, an Agatha Christie murder mystery, is closing this weekend on Saturday the 24th at 2 p.m. Also on Saturday the 24th at 7:30 p.m. is the Night Out for Hunger, an annual benefits show raising funds for Second Harvest Food Bank. The show will involve music, dance, art, and poetry, and also beer, wine, and snacks available. For those interested in performing on the Bartell stage, the Rocky Horror Show is having auditions this weekend. It is a joint production with Mercury Players Theaters and Outcast Theater. Information on the auditions can be found at the Mercury Players Theater's website, mercuryplayerstheater.com. Information on other events that are happening around the Bartell Theater can be found on the website, bartelltheater.org. And without further ado, here's the interview. For this interview, we have Kirk Stantis, who is the Executive Director of the Bartell Theater Foundation. Welcome to the Bartell Update.
Thank you.
So let's get started with asking about how the season has been so far. Have you seen any surprises, anything interesting?
Well, I think the surprise has been that each theater company has done an amazing job of putting together a great season, great continuity, a lot of variety, and I think in the 15 years I've volunteered here or worked here, I've seen one of the best seasons coming up ever.
Really?
2015, 2016, yeah. Just a great variety of shows, from musicals, and we haven't done musicals in a few years, because they're expensive to do, but we'll see it again this year in Rocky Horror. The Rocky Horror Show will be here.
Yeah.
The Boyfriend that led off the season was a huge hit. And I'm seeing big houses here. We're selling out almost a lot of shows. Right now, The Mousetrap, Agatha Christie's play being done by Strollers, is selling out. You can't even get a ticket right now.
I tried to get a Friday ticket, and
won't happen.
Yep.
There are a few, little secret, there are a few at the door. So when you show up at the door, there are a few hidden away.
There we go. So what can you tell us about the venues that the productions have been performing in? How has the EVU, which is the downstairs theater, has been utilized? How has that been?
Well, the EVU has been utilized. It's a black box theater, and for those who don't know, it's literally, if you take out all the seats, a rectangular box painted black, in which the seating, once placed in there, again, can be moved around in any configuration. So we've had shows done in the round. We did Marat Sade was done in the round. We've done shows that are all at one end and tapered, raked, much like a theater is, raked at an angle. We've done shows that are all against one side. We've had bookstores. We've had sets that take up the entire space. We've had tiny sets made up of nothing but rehearsal with little blocks that people move around. So directors like it because they can kind of change it the way they want it. It's very intimate. Actors sort of like it, and mostly like it, because you are literally feet away from the audience in many cases, or inches in some cases. You're in somebody's living room. So actors like that because they really have to act and get the audience brought into them in that small space. So that's our EVU theater. The Drury, which is upstairs, is a more traditional theater, what's known as a proscenium theater. It's 205 seats, where we're sitting now. And shows here have been from huge musicals of something funny happened on the way to the Forum, to oh my gosh, I can't. To La Cage aux Folles was done here. I mean, name the musical, it's probably been done here. We've had 2 tons of sand on the stage. We've had a car on the stage.
Any animals?
For the full Monty. We've had dogs. Yeah. We've had cats. We just had the amazing
Acro Cats. That's right.
We're just here from Chicago, and they'll be on Colbert in November. Ooh. So they're getting the big time.
No kidding.
So we're doing the big shows here in the Drury stage. So the Drury is more traditional. Directors like to direct it because it is more traditional. You know, there's that fourth wall that the players are on, and we've done Shakespeare on this stage. We've done just about everything. I strongly advise people get on the bartelltheater.org site. That's Bartell Theater. Theater was R-E, and org, bartelltheater.org, and look up the brochure. The season brochure is out there. It has every show. So you can look and see and pick what you want and see if you agree with me. And you can always call me up and say, I disagree. I think this season, this show isn't so good. But it's just an amazing, I think, and I've worked, as I've said, almost 15 years here. It's one of the strongest seasons I've seen the theater companies put together. It's not the most shows they could have done in a season, but they're the best shows. They have really squeezed the juice, concentrated the juice out of the orange.
They focus on a few good things rather
Yeah.
than spread out. So quality over quantity.
Yep, absolutely, and I think the juice is worth the squeeze, so in this case.
That's a good analogy. I like that.
Thank you.
All right, well, we can conclude that. This is Kirk Stantis, Executive Director of the Bartell, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you.